The eighth problem which we have is similar to the problem which we did earlier. We need to show that the integer which is just 1 more than root 3 plus 1 part 2m, it has 2 power m plus 1 as one of the factors. Now we will use the same approach as we did earlier. We'll consider root 3 plus 1 part 2m equals I plus f. This is the most standard and the most general approach in these kind of problems. So we need to remember this approach. So root 3 plus 1 part 2m is equal to I plus f, where I is the integral part, f is the rational part, fractional part, and f lies between 0 to 1. Now again we consider root 3 minus 1 part 2m equals I dash plus f dash, where I dash is the integral part of this number and f dash is the fractional part. Now by speculation, root 3 minus 1 is less than 1. So any fraction when raised to the power of an integer, it will also be less than 1. So I dash will be equal to 0. So we get f dash is equal to root 3 minus 1 whole part 2m. So now what we do is, we first of all rewrite the whole thing again. I plus f will be equal to root 3 plus 1 whole part 2m, and f dash will be equal to root 3 minus 1 whole part 2m. We add these two equations to get I plus f dash equals root 3 plus 1 whole square power m plus root 3 minus 1 whole square power m. This is equal to 4 plus 2 root 3 whole power m plus 4 minus 2 root 3 whole power m. This is equal to 2 power m, taking 2 common, we get 2 plus root 3 whole power m plus 2 minus root 3 whole power m. On solving this, we'll get 2 times 2 power m plus mc2 2 power m minus 2 root 3 whole square, and writing the other terms in the similar fashion. So now we what need to do is I plus f dash becomes 2 into 2 power m is 2 power m plus 1, and we know that this is an integer. So this is equal to 2 power m plus 1 into an integer. Now f is in between 0 to 1, f dash is in between 0 to 1, so f plus f dash will be in between 0 to 2. Now I is an integer, this is an integer, so f plus f dash should also be an integer, and the only integer in between 0 and 2 is 1, so f plus f dash will be equal to 1. So we get I plus 1 is equal to 2 power m plus 1 into an integer. I plus 1 is the number just 1 above I. So we have proved that the number just above I has a factor 2 power m plus 1 by using the approach of writing any number in the form of an integral part and a fractional part. So we have proved that the number just above I has the factor 2 power m plus 1.